Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hello my friend, my name is Ayu Rahmawati. I am from TBIA and I want to explain about the journal research, the use of describing picture strategy to improve secondary student speaking skill in section finding and discussion, and then conclusion. Let's get started.
Finding and discussion. Based on the result of observation of learning in the field and analysis of the learning process plan document, the use of describing picture in the first years of High School Al-Azhar Bandung Lampung run well and interactively. Learning indicator developed include being able to describe something, being confident to speak English, and being able to speak fluently. The materials presented in learning were how to describing something by saying the picture, various pictures to supporting the material. The next, in this case, the teacher was applied in the 3 meetings. Each meeting took 45 minutes. The objective achieved in the first meeting, where students could describe the picture, learning objective to be achieved. At the second meeting was that students could describe many pictures fluently. Then, in the third meeting was the student could describe anything without a picture fluently. In the learning process of descriptive text, in the third meeting, the teacher applied the question in a group. So each student in the group must describe anything about the object and another member could not say the same as their friends. So the teacher must make sure that the picture is related to the topic and can be answered by all the students. Further, in this session, students can improve their speaking skill because they will try to find other words and say them loudly. Procedure in the learning. Each meeting especially used two procedures. The first procedure is the pre-test. Before the teacher starts the material, the teacher gives students some object to describe but without the picture. Then students were thinking about the object that must be described individually. They will start to describe the object using their own words and do it as best as they can. In pre-test, the score shows that 80% of students can show their improvement in answering the question. The pre-test with two trials, that the first one with no picture and the second one with a picture. Then from this trial show that students had improvement in their speaking ability. They feel confident when they describe the picture. They know what should they speak with the picture so they do not feel confused. The second procedure is post-test. The teacher does the post-test at the end of the class session. This procedure of see the result by using a picture in describing something. They can picture are effective visual media that are very important and easy. They can facilitate students to get the ideas. The teacher choose the object that matches with the material in the meeting and students to try to answer it individually. They post-test score show the same percentage as the pre-test score that students can improve their speaking ability when using a describing picture. The data from the interview, observation, diary notes, and documentation also shows the student improvement in describing picture strategy. All of this data will indicate the student gave a good attitude and respond during the teaching learning process. The student will also more interested in describing the picture strategy. The next In the result, with this strategy, the writer finds differences in students when describing something with picture. They can speak confidently in front of the class and they try to say something because they think about the picture. The use of describing picture strategy in the descriptive text was pretty good. This is supported by Asfa as a student of English language education in the Wali Songo State Institute for Islamic Studies, and Komisa as a student English language education at Pasir Pangarayan University, and et al. The last conclusion. The use of the describing picture strategy improves student English speaking competence. This can be known by the cumulative pretest and post-test score. There was a major gap in the pretest and post-test ranking. Besides, the effect of explaining the image strategy is not only accomplished by the achievement of the student but also obtained by questionnaire response from the student. The outcome indicate that the students were involved in the technique. However, in this strategy, students could not use their grammar well because they speak constantly when saying the picture. They are not aware of the grammar. But as a teacher should try hard to encourage the students to reach the purpose of English learning, especially in speaking.